With 3 generations of barbecue perfection, let's see what Sam Jones has to offer. Follow me. So I'm going to give my go at chopping some pork to make some fantastic barbecue sandwiches. You ready? Let's see what a hot mess I can make. How come I don't get the big clank clank like you do? Marshall, come on over here and help me. How long have you been doing this?
Ever since I've been open, 2 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
And is this, I really like how they have you on this little pedestal back here. So you're the king of the barbecue?
Yeah, it helps a lot. When you're short like me.
Listen, I feel your pain. Wow, this is your job. This is all you do all day long is chop this barbecue.
Yes, ma'am.
So you must have some big muscles, because let me tell you, I'm feeling pretty weak right now.
It was great, yeah.
It does. So today I would like to introduce to you a very good friend of mine, Michael, who is the partner of Sam Jones BBQ. Hi Michael, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having us today.
Thank you for being here.
So tell us a little bit about how you got started with Sam Jones.
Well, it started a long time before barbecue. I actually met Samuel when I was like 14 years old on a creek path. My family lived a few miles down from him. We ride four-wheelers and bumped into each other. And they were probably early 20s at that time, and kind of took me under their wing, got to be buddies, and always kind of looked up to them. Whatever they were doing, I wanted to do. And so naturally, because his family had a barbecue place in town, then I wanted to work there. So I started working there when I was 16.
Okay.
When I was in high school. I did that through all of my high school and most of my college. So I worked there at Skylight from the time I was in high school, through high school, and majority of my college. When I was in college, I had to do an internship, and I took a job with the company I did my internship with and kind of left barbecue behind. It was really in those times Samuel started getting his opportunities to travel a little bit, and the events and stuff that we were doing at the time, Skylight just didn't have the staff to facilitate it. So buddies and friends and family came. So I would go on the trips and kind of started seeing a different side of what we did. It was the first time where people were like really wowed by what we were doing and really appreciated it. And I learned that I kind of took it for granted, and I just approached Samuel and said, hey man, if there's every opportunity that I can come back in the restaurant business and it makes sense, let me know. And that simmered for a couple of years. And then Samuel had the idea to open up his own restaurant, but was kind of juggling not wanting to leave Skylight behind, not wanting to abandon the family business and the brand that he had helped so much to build in the last few years.
Right.
So he approached me and was like, look, I don't want to leave Skylight. I feel like I need a partner and somebody who'll care and take care of that business. And I had no clue what I was getting myself into, but I said yes. I said, I'll quit tomorrow, let's do it. And so we did. That was in like 2013, and finally in 2015 we opened up. And I'm thankful now to have not known what to expect, because if I had known what somebody had told me, I don't know that I would have made the decision, but now I'm very thankful I did. And so we're going at it now 2.5 years and trying to expand the brand. And new opportunities are still presenting themselves. So we're looking forward to what happens.
That's very cool. Michael, tell me about the fact that Sam Jones is a third-generation barbecue place, correct?
It is.
So where did it start? I'm under the impression that Pete Jones, who was the founder of the barbecue, actually started somewhere else.
He did, and it did, and he did. Just about 7 miles south in a little place called Aden. He started a restaurant in 1947.
Okay.
Serving the foundation that we're built off of now. So whole hog barbecue, coleslaw, and cornbread.
Okay.
They started that in 1947, and are still up and running and going as good now as they've ever been.
So why did Sam Jones decide to branch out on his own? Was it after his grandfather, who started this, passed away?
It was, but it was like 10 years after.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't immediate, and the situations weren't related at all. It was just the fact that we've gotten exposed to some really good traveling and seeing other forms of barbecue and just seeing more of what's out there other than what we were just so used to in our small town. And we wanted to take that and do those other products. But we knew if we did it at Skylight, it would almost take away from it instead of add to it. Because this place has been, we're talking about a restaurant that's made it at this time 68 years, that had served 3 items.
Wow.
And was able to sustain itself through this thing, through all this time, and was known for the tradition that it upheld, and then we'd kind of be changing it. So we wanted to do something totally different, have a fresh start, and kind of put a new spin on it.
And Skylight is located where compared to where we are?
It is like 7 miles south.
Oh, so it's very close.
It's very close.
But they're two separate entities. You offer something completely different than what Skylight has.
We do. We share the hog, slaw, and cornbread.
Okay.
We both do those the same way. Skylight does serve chicken now. However, it is served a little bit different way than we serve ours.
Okay.
It's cooked on the pit without any seasonings on it and put into a, we call it chicken sauce, which is just a very loose barbecue sauce that it sits in and is served out of. And then here, we take the same methods of cooking with wood, the same way they cook their hogs, but we cook ribs and chicken and turkey and chicken wings, and we just do everything the same way, we just with a broader menu.
So it's my understanding that all these barbecue pit masters that are all over the United States who specialize in this kind of wood or that kind of wood, you guys use just whatever is local.
Well, we do, and we use oak, and we use it because it's local.
Okay.
So when generations ago, when Samuel's family was cooking hogs over wood, that was the wood that was available. So hardwoods make good coals, and the hardwood that was available was oak. And so we use that, and we still use it because, one, it's what they've always used, but two, it's very available. And the way we cook, we're using this hardwood to burn down into charcoal. And then we're using that heat source to cook the meat. And smoke is a byproduct of that, but we're not smoking our meat per se. So there's absolutely a flavor that's put on the meat from the oak wood, but our goal isn't the same one that some folks would have if they're smoking in a smoker and they're using cherry or
Right.
Different types of fruit wood for a flavor. That isn't the initial intent. It was availability that
Got it.
started us with oak.
So I am absolutely addicted to Sam Jones. Every time I come in through this neck of the woods, I always stop here. I order almost everything off the menu. There isn't something that I don't like. But tell me, with it barbecue being so big in this area, what sets you apart from everybody else?
So cooking whole hog barbecue isn't that unheard of in this area, especially in Eastern North Carolina. I would say the key thing that sets us apart is cooking with wood. So we burn wood down until charcoal falls or wood coals fall, and then we shovel it under the pig or any of our meats. The thing that does make us different is we do whole hog. So we're not doing just a ham or a shoulder. We're getting the ham, the shoulder, the belly, and all these meats are being put together. And it is a lot of work. It's not the easiest way to go about things. So we try to make a conscious decision to stick with those things that kind of brought us to the game.
So how you prepare the meat is something pretty special that you do as well.
It is. Well, one thing is it starts with the lightness of the seasoning that we do. We really feel if we're going to put as much time as we do cooking it in the smokehouse over the wood that we don't need to bring it in and just cover it in a sauce. So we essentially just kind of use Texas Pete, apple cider vinegar, a little salt and pepper as a dressing to complement the pork. It's not very heavy at all. You can still taste the wood flavor in the meat. But the one thing that we do that's kind of special is before we cut the pork and bring it in, it is skin side down.
Okay.
And we introduce some direct heat to it, and that skin really bubbles out and crisps up, almost like a pork rind. And then we bring that in and chop it up, and these crispy little bits of skin is mixed in with the pork as well, and kind of sets us apart from a lot of the pork you'll get that's just pulled and sauced.
Exactly. So tell me about your sauces.
So because we do only lightly season the barbecue, we provide 2 sauces on our table. At Skylight, they always just provided one.
Okay.
And the one is just a vinegar base, got a little bit of heat to it, and that's for that person who wants that more vinegar or that red pepper flake that you get in some other styles of barbecue. So that fills that void there. And then for the other folks who want something a little sweeter, at Sam Jones, we did a sweet barbecue sauce, something that's heavy in ketchup, plenty of brown and white sugar in there. So anybody who comes here with any palate in mind, they can take our pork as a canvas and then do it the way they want.
And you sell your barbecue sauce on the side, so people can leave and take it with them as well.
Yes, they can purchase it in the store. They can go to our website at samjonesbbq.com or samjonesbbq.com. And Skylight Inn also has stuff for sale.
So tell me about your sides, because I understand that Skylight doesn't really have more than coleslaw, but you guys have more sides here.
We do.
Correct?
And so when we designed our menu here, we wanted to really take it as an opportunity to do some of the things we wanted, but also create an environment where anybody could come. So if you were health conscious or you didn't even, eat meat, that you could still come and dine with us. So we do have, as far as, I know you were speaking of sides, but when we talk about meat, we have turkey, and chicken that's smoked. So it's not sauced at the time of service, so it's a healthy option there. But then to go along with that same thought process with our sides, we have a salad and we have fruit. But then for the more southern traditional sides, we've got collards and baked beans, mac and cheese, potato salad, and everything we do is made from scratch. So we make everything every day. We don't have any freezers, we don't have any microwaves. Everything's just honestly made with the guest in mind for each day of service.
What is your favorite thing to have?
So with the baked beans, for every gallon of beans, there's 2 pounds of ground beef, there's a red onion and a green pepper, as well as our sweet barbecue sauce. And so that was my favorite. But then when we opened up here, we added mac and cheese to the menu.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's kind of taking precedence now over the baked beans. Every day, every month, every year, it's always the barbecue sandwich or the Jones family tray. And that Jones family tray is just a tribute back to Skylight Inn, where you go there and you get a tray of barbecue, a piece of cornbread, and a tray of slaw. Here we allow you to get whichever of our sides you would like. But that is still our most popular item.
Well, I have to tell you, I've had the baked beans and they are absolutely to die for. So I'm telling you, we are going to definitely eat a lot here today.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything. I've never had a bad thing on the menu. This is always our #1 spot to make sure that we stop. We usually come here quite a bit though. On the way into town, we will stop here, and on the way back out of town, we will stop back.
We appreciate it.
We definitely get our fill. So thank you again so much for having us.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for coming.
Tell me, what is the future for Sam Jones? Where are you guys looking to go from here?
We do want to expand our brand. We want to open up additional locations, but we want to do it very responsibly in a way that we believe we do something that should be shared. The more we go and do little events in different places, people are just so taken back by what we take for granted. So It's what we know, it's what we're used to, and seeing people's reaction and appreciation outside of our town is really special. And I feel like we have some form of responsibility to show and spread this craft, to teach it. So for every person that works in our smokehouse is, that many more people that know how to do this craft that not a lot of other people are doing.
Right.
So what will limit us will be where we feel comfortable opening a restaurant and doing things the way we want it to be done, holding the same standards, doing our stuff the same way. And that's where it gets fuzzy, because there's so many opportunities to take shortcuts. And we open up enough of these, somebody's going to take it upon themselves to do shortcuts.
Exactly.
And so only the amount that we can really oversee and have good people helping us with the same vision and same intent, you know.
I love it. I love it. Thank you again for being here today and allowing us to come in.
Oh, we're happy
we
to
are
have you.
definitely going to eat a lot today, so thank you so much.
We got plenty of food and we're happy to have you.